And this is why, folks, we come to Ireland. This short tour of Ireland takes us north from Rosslare Harbour, up through the Sally Gap, through the Wicklow Mountains to our first stop at Dunlavin. Then the following day we're heading southwest to Cashel, and then further onwards to the west coast and Bantry. From Bantry we have the opportunity to ride two of Ireland's best passes before ending up in Killarney. And then we start heading back east from Killarney to one night in Dunlavin before our final stop again back in Rosslare. But to get to our ferry port in Fishguard, we have an overnight stay at the Ancient Britain pub in Wales, which gives us only a short 2-hour ride the following morning to catch our ferry.
The trip seemed to coincide with the end of the heat wave, or so we thought. We've had some mixed weather during our island trips, so we were hopeful the good weather would last a bit longer. We needn't have worried, as it turned out we were in for a pretty warm and sweaty trip.
And so after a fairly uneventful couple of hours riding, in beautiful weather, we arrive at our destination of the Fishguard Ferry Port. And so onto the ferry. And for those of you used to the manic, crowded, rushed Plymouth to Santander crossing on the Pont of Ven, with thousands of people, hundreds of cars and hundreds of bikers, you'll find the Stena Line crossing from Fishguard to Rosslare pleasantly relaxing. And it's only 3.5 hours, so for those who've never been on the ferry with your bike before and you're a bit worried about it, I would highly recommend this as a first experience of a ferry crossing. And especially if you get the weather we're having today.
We'd just boarded the ferry when we bumped into a lovely lady, her husband and 2 friends who follow the channel. I'm so sorry, it was very remiss of me not to get you names, but we hope you had a fab tour. We also met Mark, one of the owners of M&R Motorcycle Tours. 10 of them were just about to start a tour similar to ours. In fact, we bumped into them again in Bantry.
And so there you have it, 3.5 hours later, after a very, very smooth, pleasant crossing in beautiful sunshine, we arrive at our port destination of Rosslare. And now we know, despite the fact it's nearly 6 o'clock, we've only got a literal 2-3 minute ride to our accommodation at the Ferry Port B&B. Well, there we are, folks, just arrived in one of our favourite places in the world, Ireland. It's now 6:30, so it's officially Guinness o'clock, and we're going to go and sample the first proper Guinness I've had in about 2 years. So, happy days. We've got a glorious day here, beautiful sunny weather.
And a decent ferry trip over, I would say.
Yeah, lovely, quiet ferry trip. So our journey starts in earnest tomorrow.
That's unbelievable.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Medicine.
It's meddling, isn't it? It's meddling.
And it's a ritual, isn't it?
I always class my Guinness. If it clings to the side, like
It's got to cling to the side all the way down.
All the way down, it's a good pint.
So,
2 years.
first pint of proper Guinness in 2 years. How is it?
What happened there?
So a young man just came up, brought you
Another pint.
and said, just thought I'd bring you another pint.
Because
Because yours was
my
empty.
other glass was looking like that. And this is why, folks, we come to Ireland. Cheers.
It's huge.
This is just one of them. What is it? New York barbecued pork.
Yeah, yummy.
And you've got other things to come.
We've ordered a portion of small ribs as a starter to share with some chips.
Dear. Well, what a great start to our Irish adventure. A brilliant meal, didn't we? A couple of beautiful Guinnesses. Actually, fantastic food at the dock.
And lots of it.
And lots of
Far
it.
too much, I think.
So that sets us up nicely for tomorrow's ride. We're heading to the Wicklow Mountains. So we'll see you on the road. And so we woke up to another beautiful day and set off in lovely conditions, which we hoped would carry on throughout the whole of the tour. And for those of you who followed our previous trips to Ireland, we've been very fortunate on a couple of occasions, but on a couple more occasions we've got an absolute soaking. So fingers crossed for this one. It's looking good so far.
I'll be coming home, then I'll be at your door. When I'll be coming home, I plan to let you know.
And so this is our route today, but first stop, breakfast. I went online and found what I hoped would be a lovely little cafe in the little town of Castlebridge. And then we're heading north through the Sally Gap, round the Wicklow Mountains to our final destination of the Fox in Dunlavin.
It takes me through the night.
About a 21-minute ride from Rosslare brings you to the little town of Wexford. It's got a population of about 163,000. And it's especially famous for its golden beaches and rich Viking and Norman history. But right now for us it's too early for a stop, and we're heading for the small town of Castlebridge a bit further up the coast for our breakfast stop.
When I'll be coming home, and I am on my way. When I'll be coming home, I wanna see you play the music of your heart. I'm followed by your light whenever we're apart. It takes me through the night when I look deep into your eyes.
And so we arrive at the Dusty Boy Cafe. Interesting name for a coffee shop, but apparently it's supposed to serve great food and excellent coffee. So let's go and check it out. This was a good find, wasn't it?
It was a great flat white. Up to your
Look at
approval.
that. Well, it looks good. It's almost as good as a Guinness. Just what you need to set you up for the day of riding through the Wicklow Mountains.
Beans. Beans, beans, good for the heart. You know the rest.
The Dusty Boy Cafe turned out to be a great call. The coffee was certainly up to Bry's high standards, and the brekkie fueled us up for our trip to the beautiful Wicklow Mountains.
When I look deep into your eyes, oh, when I look deep into your eyes, when I look deep into your eyes, when I look deep into your eyes.
so after a quick break to stretch our legs and check the camera batteries, it was back on the road to the Sally Gap. And so we reached the Wicklow Mountains National Park, the largest continuous upland area and national park in Ireland, spanning nearly 23,000 hectares, and it's just south of Dublin. And one of the key highlights is riding the Great Military Road. The Old Military Road is an historic 19th century route running north to south. It was built between August 12, 1800 and October 1809 by the British Army, and it was designed to flush out Irish rebels hiding in the remote uplands after the 1798 rebellion. And obviously it's in much better condition than it was in those days, but on a day like today, with the weather like it is, it provides a magnificent ride through the Wicklow Mountains. As we get closer to the Sally Gap, you can see why this route is regarded as one of the most scenic rides in the whole of Ireland. Just a brief stop to take in the magnificent scenery of the Wicklow Mountains, and it's back on the road. And so we finally arrive at the Sally Gap, a famous mountain crossroads, sitting at 1,640 feet above sea level. It connects roads leading north to Dublin, south to Glendurloch, and west to Blessington and east to Roundwood. So right now we're heading west to Blessington, which is only about 10 miles from our final destination of the little village of Dunlavin.
I've spent a lot of time in Ireland over the years, but I'd never heard of Dunlavin, a historic village about 30 miles west of Dublin, with a population of less than 2,000. Turns out this evening, we were about to meet most of them.
It's the fire in the rain. It's the smile within the pain. It's the logic but insane. You cannot know from where it came. It's the way you cross the floor before you head on out the door. It's the figure on the wall. So many times I hear the call. It's the silence of the room, the way you turn before you bloom. Another shadow for the blind. I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Although I'm running up a hill, I feel I'm always standing still. Can't remember where I've been. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin.
A short 23-minute ride from the Sally Gap brings you into the lovely scenic town of Blessington.
There's far too many of us here, a crowded planet full of fear. It's not the way it's meant to be. We should be happy living free. Although I'm running up a hill, I feel I'm always standing still. Can't remember where I've been. I don't know where I should begin.
And so we arrive at our final destination of the day, Dunlavin. Apparently it's famous for its unusually wide main street, Georgian architecture and a close association with the rebel uprising of 1798. Now we just need to find our accommodation, which is the Fox in the Bunditch, a local pub.
Although I'm running up a hill, I feel I'm always standing still. Can't remember where I've been. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin.
So here we are, folks. We've arrived in Dunlavin. Glorious sunny afternoon, 5 to 3, it's about 24 degrees after an amazing ride through the Wicklow Mountains. And we're staying in this little pub called the Fox in the Bunditch. Let's go and check out our room. Well, it's been refurbished, hasn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it's been refurbished. I guess it's just, you know, another room that's high up in hot weather without a fan.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and see if I can
We're going to go and see if we can get a
beg,
fan.
steal or borrow
Yeah,
a fan from somewhere because it's got no aircon.
but you don't normally need aircon in Ireland, but
No,
it's been
technically you don't.
particularly hot. But it's nice and clean, shower room. Yeah, looks very new actually.
What an amazing ride
Yeah,
through the Wicklow Mountains.
fantastic.
And the Sally Pass. Just brilliant.
The Sally Gap.
Sally Gap.
Yeah, and tomorrow we're going to do the Wicklow Gap and then start heading southwest to Cashel and then on to Bantry and to redo some old stuff and do some new stuff, which is very exciting. Anyway, the most important thing now is to get a fan and get cooled off before it's Guinness o'clock. Guinness o'clock, folks. And we've got a long walk for a first pint of the black stuff. All the way over to here. So that was the first pint of the black stuff in the pub we're staying at, and now we're going to go to somewhere else because where we're staying doesn't serve food. So Sue has run down the road and we are here at the Pump House Bar, which does serve food apparently. This is more. Oh, this is alright, isn't it?
That's all right, isn't it?
Oh,
Guinness ready for you, baby.
I think I might have a Guinness. What are you gonna?
I don't know. I'll have to ponder it.
For tonight, we're just going for a pub meal, which is
Lasagna.
lasagna and chips and salad, with the mandatory Guinness, of course. And now I'm going for a red wine too. And so after dinner, it was back to the pub for the big game. And on the big screen, we got the England-Argentina match just about to start. Happy days. Little did we realise that in a couple of minutes, about 200 kids would descend on the pub for a 21st birthday celebration. So would we recommend a stay at the Fox in Dunlavin?
The Fox is what we would describe as a traditional Irish pub in the centre of the small town in Dunlavin, about 40 minutes from the stunning Wicklow Mountains National Park. It's not graded on booking.com but has some very good reviews. It's on the main street and the free parking available on site actually turned out to be on-street parking outside of the pub entrance. If you watch the channel regularly, you'll know we're a bit precious about safe parking, and we wouldn't have booked the Fox if we'd known the parking description was so misleading. The bedrooms have clearly been recently refurbished and are accessed via a separate entrance next to the pub. An uncomfortably hot room is not something we've historically had to think about on our trips to Ireland, but it was about 25 degrees when we arrived and there was no AC or fan in our room number 2, which was relatively small and dark with a small window overlooking the roof. Fortunately, the air temperature had dropped by bedtime. The bed was indeed the large double advertised and was very comfortable. There was a wardrobe, a large wall-mounted TV and tea and coffee making facilities, as well as an ensuite bathroom with shower and decent storage. It's always a little worrying when earplugs are provided, and we certainly needed them. We stayed on a Saturday night when the Fox was hosting a 21st birthday party. It was very well attended, with enthusiastic partygoers packing the pub and spilling out onto the street, and, more worryingly, around the bikes. We decided if you can't beat them, join them, and stayed until well after our normal bedtime listening to the very good and very loud music. Also keeping an eye on the bikes as the well-lubricated crowd got closer to them. The music went on late, as expected, but the biggest challenge to sleep was actually the very bright green light on the fire alarm, which lit up the room more effectively than the bedside lamps. We've always experienced fab staff and fantastic service when we've been in Ireland, and here was no different. All the staff were just lovely. There's no restaurant on site, so we ate at the Pump House, a contemporary bar and restaurant serving bistro-type food. We went for deep fried squid and lasagna, and there is a pretty good choice of both food and wine. We had a pleasant but somewhat sleepless night at the Fox, and we were relieved to see the bike still standing in the morning, but I don't think we would choose to stay there again.